with all of the Terror of the Peaks that are coming back. Yeah. Face, 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 yeah. That's pretty sweet. Nice. Hello, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got another brew built around Fix What's Broken. This is 4 mana, 4 sorcery is additional cost to cast it. You pay X life. We're going for 5 this time, paying 5 life to return all artifacts and creature cards with mana value 5 from the graveyard to the battlefield. Now, the cards that we are trying to return are also very conveniently costed in that you can evoke them, or you can play an alternate cost to put them into the graveyard, such as the Harvester of Miseries. You can just discard this, put it into your graveyard, and also maybe remove one of your opponent's creatures. Also, the Wistfulness, you can evoke it so it puts itself directly into the graveyard, also draws cards and discards cards. Very good for what we're doing in this deck. And then the Overlord, you can impend, put it into play. Gives you an enchantment creature, which is very relevant with the Beseech the Mirror in this deck. I'll talk about that in a bit, but you can append this, mills you 4. Sometimes you don't even want to return anything, and you just kind of fill up your graveyard with more big creatures, as well as the Overlord of the Floodpits, which costs 5, impending for 3, draw and discard. So filling up your graveyard, pretty easy to put a bunch of big 5-cost creatures in your graveyard on turn 2 and turn 3 in this deck. And the big kind of payoffs as well for an instant win that we're playing here is the Terror at the Peaks, which says whenever another creature you control enters, it deals damage equal to the creature's power to any target. So you only need about 3 of these to win the game, sometimes just 2 other creatures. It really depends on the board state, but if you can ping your opponent for like 15 or 20 damage with this, that's pretty nice. Also, we're playing Slash. This one does 2 damage for each other creature that comes into play. Also is a 7 power creature itself. And then the Dragonhawk will do 2 damage for each other creature with power 4 or greater that comes into play. Also can, gives you extra cards for the next turn potentially. So pretty powerful things to reanimate. And like I mentioned, we've got some ways of getting these in the yard. We can't ever play these, but the Wistfulness can draw and discard. The Overlord can draw and discard. And we're also playing some Does Machines, which mills, draws, and discards. And the Iron Shield Elf, which discards, as well as one of these House Grows Hungry that discards and removes creatures. And the reason that we're playing these things, well, first of all, Does Machines is very efficient at filling up the graveyard, but we are playing Beseech the Mirror, which is really important for the redundancy in this deck to find the Fix What's Broken. And it's actually even like a better Fix What's Broken, because a lot of the time you're going to have the Overlord of the Floodpits or the Overlord of the Balemurk just impended on turn 2 or turn 3. And then turn 4, what you can do is bargain it away. So it puts it into the graveyard, and then you play the Fix What's Broken on 5, and then it brings it straight back. So you get it directly back into play, hopefully triggering the Terror of the Peaks and just winning the game instantly. If not, you're just creating a huge board on turn 4 and winning the game that way. Mana base is a lot of duels, and we also have some Surveil lands, which help fill up the graveyard, which is nice here, and that is basically the deck. So let's jump the games and see this combo in action. A huge thank you to all my viewers who have joined my channel membership. I really appreciate all the support. Members get badges, emotes, and early access to all my videos. Click the link in the description below the video to join and get these perks today. Alright, going first. This hand looks pretty decent. Give us a keep. Let's lead with the tap land. Could do this, although we don't have anything in hand we necessarily want to discard right now, so we could also just go Overlord and Pend. I think we'll start here and see what we hit. Okay, keep that in there. Let's see, now, should we have played this land instead of this one? Maybe. Alright, Firebending Student, that's definitely scary. Let's get this thing down, and then just hope I don't die. That is the plan. Oh my, there's a lot of lands. Yikes. I guess we ditch the basic island. Alright. Well, next turn we should have Let's see, 5, 6, plus this. Should have a huge turn next turn, but I think we might be dead here, so. Yeah. Let's see, it's 7 damage. Let's see what we can do with the mana. Doesn't look like it. Okay, well, we're still alive. They definitely could have like a burst lightning though and take me out pretty easily. Guess I'll play this and do this. And we are just like, are we 1 damage short ourselves here? Or actually, we might have exactly 16, because this is 6 power. Oh, yeah, we do. Whew, okay, that was a close one. Alright. And got him. Xaxes. Alright, nice. On to the next one. Alright, opponent going first. We'll give this a keep. Got our colors. We've got... Ooh, on the draw against... let's lead with this. Against Prowess is not... do we actually want an untapped land? If we're going to tap out... for the following turns... Well, next turn we'll do this with this, and then the following turn we'll do this plus this. So I actually don't think I want that land. Okay. Good to plan out the turns, but I think we're good now that we drew this thing. So, I'm gonna bounce that. Alright. I'm gonna try to interact. Okay, so what's gonna save me more life? The... taking out the pixie or these things? I feel like these are probably gonna do 2 at the minimum, so I'm gonna take out an otter. They're most likely gonna play at least 1 non-creature spell per turn, so that's how we're gonna do it. Alright, down to 14. And we'll play this first. Evoke. Discarding the Terror, I think. Could get a second one of these things, but... Alright, we'll go here. Don't want another land. And we hope they can't do too much damage to us, because otherwise... we lose. Ooh. Oh, okay, they didn't play a second... Whew, didn't play a second spell. That was lucky. So, we can do this for 5. That's basically our only play. And sweep the board here. So we can do 5 to something. This is going to do -2. I think we just sweep the board. So we'll do this, and then 6 will go face. That'll sweep everything. And they go up. Alright, sweet. We're at 3, but good enough. Nice. On to the next one. Alright, opponent going first. This hand looks okay, but it actually doesn't have a second blue source in it, so I think it's a mulligan. This is decent. Do we put back a land? Or do we put back... I kind of want to keep the Terror or an Overlord. I might be greedy and put back a land. I don't know. Let's be greedy. See if we regret it. We do have a bit of scrying to find more lands. And there's a land. Okay. Keep that on top. So next turn, do we do Does Machines or the Overlord? Maybe just get the Overlord down. Maybe. Does Machines. Yeah, it gives us more options of what we want to discard with the Does Machines. Now, do we want to put this in our hand? Because if we do Does Machines next turn, we could discard it anyways. Or if we leave it in the bin. I think we just leave it in the bin. Well, yeah, it's debatable. Because we also could have just evoked it. Alright, there's a land. So we don't even have to do the Does Machines if we don't want to. But we do want to put the Terror in the graveyard, so let's do that. Let's cast it. Ditch, ditch. This and the Wistfulness can go. Can play this. And probably don't want another land. Pass the turn. Opponent hasn't done anything yet. Hopefully they're just holding a bunch of removal or something. Alright, well, I think we just go for it, right? We got a lot of things to bring back, so we might as well. Bargain away this. It's not like they're going to play a counter spell with this colors. I guess, no. If they... No, they couldn't even make a treasure token that would make a blue mana. I guess they could, like, instant speed remove my graveyard? Alright, fix what's broken. Alright, well this should be enough. Going face. Opponent didn't really do too much. Okay, ditch a land. And got him, okay. Well, on to the next one. Alright, going first. This hand does basically nothing. So I think I'm gonna mulligan. This is much better. Put back the island, I guess. Let's see. There's 2 red. Okay, yeah, I guess I'll put back the island. So we'll start. Well, if I start there, then I actually can't play this on 2. Does that matter? We'll start with this land. It gives us a little bit more flexibility. Well, not sure if I'm removing anything. Not sure if I really want to even discard anything. Let's just get this going then. Alright. All good stuff to keep in the graveyard, I think. The next turn, we can try to find that land. There's a Dragonhawk. And yeah, let's just go for the land. Try to find the land here. Alright, there's a tap land. It's a bit unfortunate. We already have one of these in the yard. Let's put this Overlord, this other Overlord in the yard, I think. Let's see. We're gonna go for the fix what's broken. Let's play this. I'll put that in the yard. Let me just make sure my Gameplay auto order triggers in case that comes up. Okay. There's a Beseech the Mirror. Well, we can use this as removal, or we could try to fill up the graveyard more. I mean, it's already pretty stocked. So, I guess we can see what's here. Oh, another thing to bring back. There's a tear, there's this. Let's just hold this up, I guess. Because we can stack the triggers. Oh, let's pass. Such that these ones trigger last. Let's just... well, this thing is part of an infinite combo. I don't know. I'll take this out. Save us some life. Because otherwise we're going to take quite a bit of damage. Because the life gain will also trigger this to do life loss. Alright. Well, they tapped out. So this should be definitely more than enough to win. Let's just bargain this away to get another thing in the yard. But we'll fix 4-5. And then let's make sure that these are all triggering. Just want these to trigger last. Alright, we're good. Not that it really matters, but this is so much damage. But if those all resolve first, might shrink my guys. So anyways, GG. Alright, opponent going first. This hand looks like a keep to me. Let's see, we got the sewers on 1. Another one of those, okay. 4th land. It's fine, but we'll keep a 4th land. We do want a 4th land, but we really want, oh, that's unfortunate. Although we do have a harvester here, so we can take out the bat if they don't take that. Assuming they'll take the harvester. Yep, and they do. Let's see. Play this. Play does machines. Mill. Okay, ooh, nice. Discard 2 cards. Probably both of these, just because there's no way to hard cast them in the deck. So we got 3 Tear of the Peaks. That will win the game, probably, if we get to reanimate them. But it really depends on what we draw. So let's play an untap land here. And play the Overlord, I think. Just trying to draw into a Fix is Broken. Excellent. Discard. Probably one of these. Another Overlord. Well, what's the worst that could happen? If they play another discard spell, or something that removes something from the graveyard, I don't know. I'll put that in the yard. I probably want to discard one of these just in case, but alright, well that will gain them up to 21, but this should be, I think, more than enough now to win with all of the Tear of the Peaks that are coming back. Yeah. Face, yeah. That's pretty sweet. Nice. On to the next one. Alright, going first. This hand is okay. There's no way to discard the Dragonhawk. But it does have a Fix that's broken and all our mana. And maybe some ways to manipulate the top of the deck. Iron Shield Elf, I think I'll keep that as a way to get back the Dragonhawk. Okay, there's sleight of hand off of the steam vents. Alright, we'll play out the elf. Pass the turn. Well, let's see if they have an answer. A little bit of a nombo with the harvester, but mostly just here to play defense anyways. Okay. I let that happen. Play the surveil land. See if we can hit another big creature. That would be awesome. Another elf. That's a little awkward. Let's see, because next turn we're most likely just going to do a fix what's broken. I guess I'll keep that. Sure. Guess it's better than like a land, probably, but let's see what they do here. Okay. Not playing anything. All I played is a sleight of hand. End of turn, do we want to discard anything? I think we'll just go to attack phase and then discard all these and then play this. I guess so. Yeah, that's... I think that's the plan. This is to each other. Yeah, okay. Okay. Unless I think they're holding up a counterspell. I mean, if I discard this and this and this and I play this and they counter it, we're kind of cooked. So, honestly, I guess I could just play around a counterspell. Creature and enchantment. Well, that is a counterspell that they had. Okay. Alright. I mean, this looks like a spell elementals kind of situation. Impractical joke. Alright. Let's get rid of the Dragonhawk. Save it. Yep. Okay. Alright, well, same situation here. Attack. Do we go for it? I mean, if they have like a negate or anything counters this, it's really bad. I kind of feel like I'm just, I don't know. I can just start hard casting these if I need to. Oh, that's... I also could just play this as is on 5 now. And not put these in the yard. Alright. Let's just go for it, I guess. See what happens. Alright, well that resolved. Interesting. 5 here. I guess if I discarded one of these, I would have won. But it was also certainly riskier if I had done that. Well, it's good enough. Alright. They give up. GG. Alright, opponent going first. This hand is actually borderline because we do have the sewers, we're on the draw, and we do have the does machines. I'm gonna try it and may regret it if I don't draw another land, but if I do draw one more land, I can get to this, which then draws me more lands. I don't need that. Probably just need, because I do have these Beseeches. Ideally would just get an untap land next turn, but we shall see. Opponent ramping. And it's attacks. Okay. Alright, there's the untap land, so let's do that and play does machines, I think. Okay, oh, 2 more lands. Alright, well, we can ditch these uncastables and go from there, I guess. Milled 2 lands, unfortunately. Some pretty unfortunate hits off the top of the deck with the Surveil and the mills, but we'll see if we can still get there. So what I want to do next turn is Overlord for sure, and well, if I try and untap land, no. I want to Overlord first, and then there, Maelstrom Pulse. That, okay, that doesn't do anything. Okay, we'll go here first. And let's see, we could get back one of those, but I don't want to. And we hope to hit an untap land. No, we did not. Alright, well, let's see. Got a decent graveyard at this point. And there it goes. Okay. No more graveyard. And they're going to draw cards. Well, the untapped land wouldn't have mattered anyways, but we can still start impending and discard. This could be used. Let's just discard one of these Overlords. Yeah, let's do that. This has a tap land. Ooh, another terror. Okay, nice. Alright. So, let's see if they have another strategic betrayal. That would be very sad if they do. So, if we sacrifice one of these next turn and get back that, we can ping for 10 damage. Actually, if we do... Oh, did we draw? Let's see. There's a Beseech in here. If we had drawn our very last Beseech, we could Beseech into a Beseech and sacrifice both. Wow, that was unlucky. Still gonna go for it, I think, because I think we're just gonna die if we don't. Gonna bargain away this thing. Let's see, we'll have a flying creature. Get another one. Yeah, let's just bargain away this one. Alright, fix, cast for 5. And then we're gonna get 2 of these triggers. Do we want to take out the demon? Or just go face? I think we take out the demon. And then discard... maybe the other Overlord here. Get that in the bin. Mill. And play this tapped. And pass. Alright. Let's see. So this drains me down to 5. Then I can't quite do another fix what's broken. But I can hardcast these things, so I do have a lethal attack in the air if they don't have anything. Stops that. Witherbloom Charm, sacrifice a permanent to draw 2. Okay. Alright, opponent is roping. And this triggers. And then it's my turn. And we'll just go to attacks. Discard another one of these, I suppose. And I can get back a Wistfulness. Sure. This forces them to block. Alright, they just roped out, and we win. Alright, GG. Alright, welcome to the wrap-up for our Fix What's Broken on 5 combo using these Overlords and these Evoke cards as well. So pretty powerful stuff. I was kind of went on a win streak with this deck. Won a bunch of games in a row, so there's definitely some competitive potential. Pretty powerful stuff that it can do on turn 4. You do need to kind of like get a good draw, but it felt pretty consistent because you kind of have 8 copies of this Fix What's Broken and a lot of card draw and card filter, so a lot of consistency in what it is doing. I'm not sure I would make any changes, but if you did want to tweak some stuff, you could probably take out maybe the Slash, that's probably the weakest card in the deck, and play more of these, or there's a bunch of other 2-drops. You could play more removal, just like cheaper removal, or discard if your opponent, afraid your opponent has counter spells. But all these 4-ofs I think I would keep, and just sort of maybe adjust some of these numbers if you wanted to tweak any of the deck. But yeah, it worked pretty well and enjoyed playing it. So let me know your comments below. Thanks so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Shout out to any members who are supporting the channel, and especially if you're just watching to the end of the channel, liking the videos. Really appreciate you. Thanks so much. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video.